Welcome back, besties. I am so excited for today's video. I found some really cool things at Dollar Tree on my last visit, and I wanted to share them with you. I know you are going to love them. So let's get started. You're not going to believe what I make out of these two little, I guess they're kind of brooms with pumpkin spice scent to them. Really nice. I've got two of them. I've got a little ball from a paddle set. This was actually a hat from the Dollar Tree that I had pressed down for some reason that didn't work out. And then these are two of the fabrics from the Dollar Tree that are so fall and cute. I'm going to cut two triangles out of the hat. I'll cut one first and then hold it over and measure the other one to be about the same size. I am going to make one a little smaller in the end though. Now I'm just going to roll it and start hot gluing it till it's got a point at the top and an opening at the bottom, because this is going to be a little gnome hat. I'm making a male and a female gnome, and they're going to be so cute. I'll take the string out of the paddle and I'll use my blade from Amazon, and I will cut it right in half. It cuts super easily. Then I'm going to take the hats and make sure they fit right in case I have to make any adjustments. Then I'm going to put hot glue on the flat back part of what's going to be the little nose, and I'm just going to hot glue it right to the broom. I'll do that for both of them. Then I will hot glue the back of the hat to the broom. Now I'm going to cut a very thin piece out of the burlap with the daisies on it, and I'm just going to wrap it around the one and hot glue it. This is going to be my little female gnome. We'll call them Fiona and Fred for fall. What do you think? I just made that up, so I don't know. I was looking for names that started with F. And then I'm going to take this little sunflower that I got. I got a little sticker on the back, but I'll still use hot glue. I got that at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to rip a piece from the other fabric, so I have the rough edges, and I'm going to tie that one around the hat and then cut off the edges so they're not quite so long. And I love that frayed look with the fabric. And this is my little boy, Fred. I'm going to see how leaves would look on it, and I think they look really nice. So first I'm going to cut out a couple little pieces of orange burlap, and I'm going to use my Beacon Fabric Tack glue. I also get that on Amazon. A few people have asked me. Love this glue. And I'm just going to glue two little patches onto the hats, and then I'm going to also glue those leaves right on. This is all fabric, so it's perfect. I've got two teeny little nails. I'm going to stick them through the hat into the nose because glue was not working, and that way the hat will stay affixed to the nose. I'm going to put a little bit of twine on the back right where that fabric is on each, and then cut another little piece of each of those fabrics to cover the string. And that's it. They can just hang up, and they are like an air freshener and a cute little decor. Oh, almost forgot. I painted their noses with the cashew chalk paint from Waverly, and I think they are adorable. And who would have thought, if you just grabbed two of those little pumpkin spice brooms, that you would get not just an air freshener, but two little gnomes. So excited for this DIY. I've got two different little terracotta pots. They're slightly different size. They could be the same. And then I've got these little they look like mini terracotta pots from the Dollar Tree. I've got rope from Walmart, burlap that I also got at Walmart, and I'm going to use this cardboard, and I'm going to just trace the bottom size of the pots because I need there's a gap there so I can glue it. So I end up putting that piece in there, and then I can glue them to each other. And what I've done is put the smaller one on the top. So now I'm going to take some hula skirts and just cut it up in pieces and hot glue it right around that seam where they meet together. Once I've done that, I'm going to take this rope and start hot gluing it around. When I get about halfway, I'm going to cut off the length of what will become an arm. After I've done that, I will start putting more rope on again until I get to the other side, and then cut off a piece that will be the same length to make another arm. So you see I'm kind of measuring them and cutting that off. Next, I'm going to trim hula skirt so that it looks nice. Now I'm going to take this burlap, I'm going to fold it in half and measure to go all the way around the top part. I'm going to hot glue the two ends together, putting wax paper underneath so it doesn't stick to my table. And now I'm just going to hot glue that all the way around. I'm going to take my Beacon Fabric Tack glue, and I'm just going to put it on the side of the lower pot, and I cut out two little squares that look like patches of the burlap. This is turning into a scarecrow. You probably guessed that by now. I'm going to take a marker and just kind of lightly draw eyes, nose, and a mouth. I will go back and fill that in later with a better marker. I thought this one was going to work well. It's just a little too light. And all I'm doing is making two ovals for the eyes, like an oval going the other direction for the nose, and then a little jaggedy kind of mouth. I'm going to take some more of the hula skirt and just wrap it up so that there's more sticking out on the top. I'll put a little piece of twine around it and just tie a knot. That way it has something I can glue it to and put it inside that top terracotta pot, and I'll spread it out the best I can and trim off any excess. Next, I'm going to take those two little mini pots that are made out of wood. I'm going to take my drill and just drill a hole right through the middle of the bottom because I want to put the arm strings right through it. I'll tie a knot, cut off any excess, and now I've got two little arms hanging off that look like they're terracotta pots, but they're just wood. I thought those were perfect for this. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a better marker I have from, I think it's like Office Max, and I'm going to fill in the eyes and the outline for the nose and the mouth. And then I'm going to take some pumpkin chalk paint by Waverly and fill in the nose. Then I'm going to take a little bit of white and do the little highlights. So around the eyes, on the edge of the nose, and then two little dots on the other side of the eyes. That just gives it like a personality. And I think this is so adorable. I added a little piece of corn and a squash to the top. Please let me know what you think. This was easy, fun, and so cute. DIY is so easy. I found this house at Dollar Tree, just kind of like a faux wood looking thing. It's probably MDF board. And then I have these, that's like a faux leather word, and the other two are wood. And so they came from two different packets from the Dollar Tree. And then I've got this gorgeous kind of cord that I got at Hobby Lobby when it was on 40% off last year. It's beautiful. I'm going to take off the hanger that came with it because we're not going to use that one. I'll just save it for another project. I'm going to put some tape down and roll it around so it's sticky on both sides, and then put my words down with it. That way when I'm painting them, they'll stay in place and I don't have to touch them. I'm going to use the Amy Howard Home Bajas Buff. It's like a cream color. You've probably seen me use it before. It's just a really nice coverage and it's a pretty color. It almost looks white, but it's slightly off-white. I'm going to do the thing where you make two knots and you cut off the ends and then you hot glue them right over the holes. And then I will put the cord on the back so it looks like they're coming through the holes. My friend Leonette at DIY Beauty on Purpose does this trick and I love it. So I've tried it a few times now and I'm just going to do this all the time because some of these cords are too big to get through the holes. And so this is such a nice way to do it. Anyway, I will just hot glue it on the back and then I cut a couple little teeny pieces of burlap and hot glue them right over the top to secure it. And that way it still looks finished on the back and everything is good to go. And I just love doing that. And you know how I like my backs to look nice. I'll have Leonette's link down in the description box. I know you, if you don't know her, which you probably do, but you'll want to go check her out. I'm going to use Aleene's Tacky Glue, and I'm going to put it very lightly all over the back of the words. And once I get that on there, I can just lay them right down on the wood. It dries clear, and that works out great. The reason I didn't do hot glue is that by the time you get to the last letter, the first letter has already dried, and it creates lumps. So when I'm doing a word with a lot of letters like this, or a small font word, I will put a glue on the back that's not a hot glue. So I'm going to do the same thing to the word blessed and the word grateful. Besties, I hope that you guys know how much you mean to me, how much I appreciate you, and I love this community we have. Everyone is so kind to one another, chatting in the comments. I feel like we're all just, crafting besties, and I really appreciate it so much. You're so supportive of each other. People have been praying for each other, making nice comments. Thank you so, so much. I mean, yes, there are the occasional people that aren't positive, but you know what? Maybe they had a bad day, so, we'll just let it go and hope for the best. Now that I've got all three words on there, this one is done, and I think it came out beautiful. So simple, but it's still very pretty, and I think it'll look good through the fall and even like Thanksgiving. It could actually be all year round if you really wanted to. Let me know what you think. Another very easy DIY. I've got these bamboo rings from the Dollar Tree. It comes 2 in a pack. This is just a little lid from some French fried onions. And then there's a piece of felt that you put on the bottom of things so it doesn't make noises. And I've got a cute little pick. I'm going to use my miter shears to cut the smaller hoop in 2 places. And you can find all of my Amazon tools that I love down in my Amazon store down in the description box below. And you'll see I just cut off 2 pieces, so I end up with a kind of a C shape on the other one. Now I'm going to trace the size of that little lid on that felt padding, and I'm going to cut it out with my blade, also from Amazon. And then I'm going to put some cardboard. I'm going to cut out like 4 or 5 pieces that are the same size and put it in there so I have something to glue that pad to. I'm just going to hot glue those right inside there. Are you guys just loving the idea of fall? It's kind of fun making the crafts even though it's not fall yet. So I'm just going to attach that pad to the very bottom. And now what I've got is a stand for what I'm going to be making. And I'm going to use an X-Acto knife to cut off any excess. I am taking a little bit of spackle that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I need to put that over the top of this thing because it had words and like kind of indentation. If I painted it, you'd see it. So while that's drying, I'm going to glue the C-shaped bamboo hoop to the other one, and then I'm going to wrap that seam with a little bit of burlap. I'm just going to attach it with hot glue. Now I'm going to get some beautiful leaves from that pick. I cut them off, and I'm going to start hot gluing them on there. I'm going to do 3 different leaves. They're just gorgeous. I love the colors. I love the texture of this one. Those little pieces I cut out from that pick, there's some berries, little berries, bigger berries, and then like an acorn. I'm just going to place them wherever I think they would look really pretty on this arrangement here. I'm going to paint my little stand with the cashew colored chalk paint from Waverly. Just going to lightly paint over the top of it. And then I'm going to take the Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel paint. I'm just going to dry brush over the top and give it a little bit more of an interesting look. Now, because I had the spackle underneath, it kind of crackled over the top, and I thought that looked pretty cool. So now I'm just going to place that on top and hot glue it to the stand. You could use anything for a stand. I just happened to see this in my kind of trash to treasure pile. I thought, why not use it up, you know? And I've got this beautiful off-white sunflower, and I'm just going to put hot glue on the back and put it right in the center to cover up that burlap. I needed something to glue it to the stand. I think this is beautiful. You could do this in so many different ways. So this is just inspiration. And hopefully you will find a way to do it and make it your own. I hope you like it. Thank you for watching. You are truly a blessing to me. Let me know which one was your favorite today. I've got another video on the screen that I think you'll really like. So if you click on it, I will see you there. Bye.